What's up, guys? It's your boy Chase Cody here. Welcome to the YouTube channel. So, this camera is weird. Why is it so close? All right, is that better? Can you guys hear me? All right, you can? All right. So, let's talk. Let's talk about trauma. Trauma. It's a fun topic. So, no, stop. But you gotta face it, No trauma. Trauma. It's a result of your pain, from your past experiences, situations, and things that have just happened to you in your life, Traumas can come from many things. They come from your friends, they treat you some kind of way, you get hurt, internally, externally, from your parents, the same thing. They might treat you a certain way, they might just do the worst things to you that, you would never think somebody would do to you. But it happens, it happens to all of us. So, why am I talking about trauma? I've experienced trauma myself, a lot of trauma, and a lot of it did come from my parents. And something for me is that I had to realize that it comes from somewhere. I experienced that trauma, and it affected me, and it affected things from how I interacted with people, what I said, how I acted, etc. Where did it come from? Primarily my parents, like I said. However, something I had to realize is that it came from somewhere, like just how it came from them. For me, it came from their parents for them, So, when I was closed-minded, that's something I never really understood. And I fully thought that, I hated my parents and I could just blame them for, everything that they've done to me. When in reality, I'm not taking the blame off of them. It's still their actions. However, to a certain extent, you can't really blame anybody or hold a grudge to them, because we all come from trauma, generations and generations of just mistreatment, people just not being taught how to do the right things and how to treat people and how to raise their children and how to properly be around children. So I'm just saying this, I don't know if you guys know, but my parents are Jamaican. I mean, if you know, you know, but I'll say this, modern day Jamaicans, they're not the sweetest of people. I'm not gonna lie. That's just from my personal experience. Like, I've been around hundreds of Jamaicans. They're not the sweetest people. So I say that to say this, trauma is real. And the more that you look it in the eyes and you face it, even though, not a lot of people like doing that. A lot of people nowadays like to just hold it to them and use that to base their future, when it kind of holds you back as an individual. All that trauma and pain just causes stagnation, and you don't really want to go anywhere. You get what I'm saying? You want to stick in your damaged state. You're not healed, so it's hard to move when you're damaged. So how to heal from it? Personally, I've done a lot. Me being by myself has been number one. I'm able to think, and I just kind of separate myself from the situation itself, and I kind of just dismember that trauma from me. But it takes a level of understanding to do so. Like, I had to first understand that, like I said, it's not my parents' fault. No matter how it may have looked through my eyes, there's always a bigger picture and a bigger story to everything that you experience in life. So when I was able to disassociate that trauma with, oh, it's my parents doing it to me, I was able to be like, okay, I had a better understanding. That level of understanding helped me, like I said, disassociate that. So, it didn't hurt as much after that. I don't want to say it went away instantly, but at least I understood. I understood why it happened. And then, like I said, as time goes, it takes time as well. You don't heal from everything instantly, but the first step is understanding. Once you understand, it kind of just slowly dissipates, But you got to face it, and you also got to see what it's really done to you as a person, If you don't know what it's doing to you, you don't know it's there, how are you ever going to face it? You get what I'm saying? So it's a countless number of traumas, things, how we interact with people, how we talk to people, how we deal with people on a daily basis that we may not even pay attention to. I'm sure I even have things that I don't pay attention to, and how I deal with people, how I act towards people. However, that's just part of life, The faster and better everybody just kind of faces their own baggage and traumas and pain and kind of just heals from it, but you got to make the effort to heal from it, the better things will really be for everybody, because everybody will be healed. So I know trauma is a real big thing in society, whether it's from relationships, parents, like I said, friends, whatever happens, whatever happened to you, whatever's happened, whatever's really affected you and hurt you, not everybody can heal from that. Not everybody can take it the same way. Not everybody heals at the same pace. So like I said, I just acknowledge that it's one of the biggest things in society nowadays, and it's a big basis for your future relationships, how you treat people. So it matters, especially your parents. Your parents' relationships really determine how your other relationships are. So like I said, I know from personal experience, like how I act towards other people, kind of similar to how me and my parents' relationship were, and I didn't realize it until, like I said, I looked at it or I was letting on it. So, just imagine me acting like how I act towards my parents, towards other people, how is that going to plan out? And especially if I wasn't raised in the best environment, and, it was just bad. It's not going to really end well to end well. So just put it into perspective. This is food for thought. Trauma is real. The faster you're real with yourself, you just face it and you just attack it, and you're like, this is the problem. I know this happened. I don't want to identify with this. I don't want this on my sleeves anymore. I don't want it on my chest. I don't want it on my heart. And you just kind of let it go, and you say, this is not who I identify with. Also called shadow work, but the better your life will be. Who needs baggage? I don't need baggage. I don't even want this bag on my back, but I'm walking with it. Just food for thought. Like I said, it's your boy Chase Goldie. If you love me, I love you too. Love is the key to life. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, do some shadow work. Heal. I'm gonna do some later today. Peace.